has taken over. Let's go. It's Ferrall. Coast to coast. Steaks, chicks, stacks. You and I are going to make a lot of money. It's Ferrall, coast to coast.
So, a few things here. You're going to want to get the SportsGrid app on iOS or Android in the Play Store. It's free. It's unbelievable. It's got the TV side on it. You can watch. It's got the radio side on it. You can listen. Follow your favorite hosts like Carver High. It's even got in-game odds, egg sandwiches, videos, stories, highlights, everything. The SportsGrid app, get it today. You won't be disappointed. It's smarter to be on SportsGrid. Hey, did you know we're streaming on X, including this very second at SportsGrid-Live. Check it out on X. It's always, all week, all month, all year, every day. Did you know you can get the Ferrall Coast to Coast and Ferrall on a Bench podcast Monday through Friday on Apple, iTunes, or wherever you download podcasts? Let's take a look at the lineup tonight on SportsGrid TV and on SportsGrid Radio. All right, you got Front Office Sports today at 6 East. 6:30, GTD Game Time Decisions with the mayor of Miami, Joe Ranieri. And then in-game lives at 8 with Scott Wetzel and our pal Joe Madden in Calgary for Alberta. And then at 10 at Sports Rage with Gabe Morency. And then on SportsGrid Radio, it's The Institution at 8 o'clock, Carver and Lisi tonight. All that on SportsGrid TV and SportsGrid Radio. Sidebar. I'm on today, obviously, and I'll be out until next Tuesday. So I'll be out Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Monday. Carver High will be holding down the fort with the Prime Minister, Cam Stewart, live. The show must go on. Carver High will handle it. No questions asked. Everybody else is on board doing the show. So no one cares, but I will not be here Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or Monday. Very excited. So there you go. That's the deal. That's all that you need to know. And the schedule. We're good to go. So just ahead of time, I wish everyone a very happy 4th of Ferrall on Friday. I know I've always advised Carver High to not light the M80s near the children.
Yep, we try not to do that. We definitely don't need any of that on a holiday. Last thing I need is going to hospitals
JPP,
and things
son.
like that. I
No
just
JPP.
don't need any of that. Yeah, because then you end up giving them a high 3 instead of a high 5. Nobody wants a high 3.
Yeah.
You want to make sure you get a high 5.
The high 3 is a problem.
From JPP. Detroit signs Karis LeVert, 2 years, $29 million for him. How about Ty Jerome, who, of course, had a really good season in Cleveland with the Cavs. The Grizzlies, 3 years, $28 million for Ty Jerome. Boy, cashing in.
Well, I think that he looked really good in Cleveland with those players around him, and we'll see how he looks without him in Memphis. I say he made a dangerous move from a really good team to a crappy team. Let's just face facts. I mean, did they not fall apart, that team? Now, I will never believe for 1 minute that guy, Jaren Jackson Jr., that's market value, but there's no way I think he's worth that money. He's not worth that money, and that team's just not that good. And they got rid of Bane, and you're telling me that you're going to replace him with Ty Jerome? Now, I don't deny that Ty Jerome can, shoot and fill it up and play. But I thought the players that he was playing with, the team that he was on, was perfect for him. And now he's going to have to go start it all over with a new team. And I think they got some guys on there that are a mess, including Ja. Like, you don't know what you're getting day to day with Ja. Is he a psycho? Is he ready to ball? Is he waving guns around? Is he sending Ferrall shoes? I love that guy and his shoes. But honestly, they've been a mess, even with him. So I don't know if Ty made the right choice. We'll see. Time will tell. I think he was way better off in Cleveland.
End of an era in Golden State. The Kevon Looney era, as he was a part of a lot of those Warrior teams. He goes to the Pelicans. 2 years, $16 million for Kevon Looney. The Lakers signed Jake LaRavia, 2 years, $12 million. enjoy. Philly signed Trendon Watford, 2 years, $5.3 million. Mason Plumlee getting a year and 3.6 in Charlotte from the Hornets, who have been very active, as you said to Gabe earlier. That wasn't part of the very active that you mentioned with the Charlotte Hornets. Was getting Mason Plumlee. Tyus Jones to Orlando, 1 year, $7 million. How about this one? I thought this was the best one, the most outrageous one. The Spurs gave Luke Cornett, who sat on the bench for the Celtics, 4 years, $41 million. Luke Cornett.
Yeah, listen, I think he's a lot better than you do. He is a physical guy that bangs, dunks, lob dunks, blocks shots, gets rebounds. When he played for the Celtics, he was good. He was productive. Whenever they put Cornett and Pritchard in, the Celtics won games. I think he's a good player. And obviously they didn't give him tons of burn, but when he played, he was effective in that role. And for his size and what he brings to the table, I think they actually got the right number and a fair deal. $10 million a year for that guy. He's worth it. I'm telling you, in today's NBA, a guy like him, what he does when he plays, he's worth $10 million.
So Boston needed to replace Cornett. So they did with Luka Garza. 2 years, $5.5 million for Luka Garza. So they went.
Well, I got to tell you, I have been surprised, completely blown away, to be honest, that he was such an incredible college basketball player. He was the best player in America for 2 years running when he played at Iowa. He was unbelievable. And he has been a donkey dump in the NBA. I mean, this guy is a gigantic 40-pound donkey cable. That's all there is to it. Like just a giant side of the mountain donkey cable that is just, the mule's going up the hill and lays one down. And I mean, you got to step to the side. That he has become a pile of Shaq in the NBA. It is amazing to me how bad he sucks. It really is. How are you that good? And then you go to the next level and you're invisible. I mean, he's literally Casper the Ghost.
Denver brings back Bruce Brown, of course. He was part of their championship team a few years ago. Remember when he mattered? I do.
He was down at the Acme Oyster Bar, that guy. That's what he's been doing. Drinking them double rums and eating those garlic oysters.
Speaking of having stock in United Van Lines, Dennis Schroeder, once again, this time it's Sacramento, 3 years, $45 million. This will be his 10th team. He's played for a third of the league.
The funny thing is, he can ball. I mean, the guy can flat out play. And I think he actually has no problem living with the fact that he's been on 10 teams now. I think he's actually, when it's all said and done, he's got the full rainbow going. And he literally has played for every team in the league almost. And I don't think he has a problem with it because he knows how good he is. That guy can flat out put the ball in the hole. He can flat out get to the 10. He's got that step still and drive by and finish. And he'll help Sacramento without a doubt. They haven't been the same, in my opinion, since they let Fox walk out the door. I mean, they suck. And I'll tell you another thing. This Sabonis guy, right, that they prop up there, like he's some kind of badass. He doesn't get it done either. That's just all there is to it.
Nope. No, he does not.
Enter into the magical world of McLuck.com, where even the smallest of spins can win real cash prizes. Adventure into over 1,000 of the best Vegas-style slot games. So what are you waiting for? Unlock your free welcome offer today. Join the fun where winners play and players win.
We are seeing unbelievable temperature surges over the past couple days. So I wanted to ask you this question to let the people know, like, how do we account for that in our handicapping? Like, 2 good pitchers on the mound, but you look at a place like Wrigley Field, let's just say, 20-mile-an-hour winds blowing out, 90-plus degree temperatures. Is it almost like you say to yourself, you just have to fade the environment and not worry about the pitchers, because if we're hitting fly balls, they're going yard?
Pro Baseball Today, only on SportsGrid.
Their team total is 19.5 wins. I told you to go under, and it's by far the best bet I have recommended on this network in 4 years. They can't get out of their own way. And now Sloot is out for the year. Let's hope Sloot gets back, because I respect the hell out of Sloot, and I want her to go out on her own terms. Hopefully we'll have her back for the 26th season.
Betting above the rim, only on SportsGrid.
Kevin Durant, at the age of 36 years old, after 17 seasons that he has played in the NBA DRS, is now on his way to H-Town.
I don't think it's a great move. I wanted him to go to a ready-made championship team full of a veteran roster and see if he can ring chase that way. Not to go to an organization on the come-up that if you just stay the course, and also, what better blueprint do we have than just staying the course and okay, safe, right?
The Early Line, only on SportsGrid. The game is on. The stakes are high, but the action isn't just on the field.
He's rearranging that rim. Get it inside!
SportsGrid's in-game live. Your ultimate second screen experience.
A little flyer, couple 18.5-point live line.
Every prop, every play, every day.
Anything can happen. It's complete chaos.
It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
So Gary Harris did a 2-year deal with the Bucks, and we're still looking at all these guys that have signed, including massive deals like Shea Gilgeous's deal.
Yeah, I'm going to move into now the guys who stayed with their same teams and gave them re-signs. Of course, OKC you talked about with Gabe. SGA got 4 years, $285 million Supermax extension. $71.25 million per year. Now the highest annual salary in the NBA from your guy SGA. $71 million a year. Must be nice.
I mean, that is staggering. And I guess the next one will be 85, and then it'll be 100. I mean, without a doubt, that's where we're headed. There's no stopping it. They make a fortune, these teams. I think the new TV deal with NBC and the Prime deal, whatever, is so enormous for these teams that they're just swimming in money.
Swimming, and they're swimming in lots of it. Like a big in-ground pool with a lake, the diving board that goes down 12 feet on the one end. It's that kind of pool that they're swimming in. Jaren Jackson Jr., Memphis, 5 years, $240 million. Like you say, the numbers are there, but there's just nothing excites me about Jaren Jackson Jr. I don't know.
You're giving him basically the second highest deal in the NBA, and what do you get for it? They don't win anything. So they don't matter. I mean, let's just face facts. They fired their coach. They got all their problems with players like Ja, etc. I mean, I like the Grizzlies until they fade away. They fade away every year, right? They just eventually disappear, and that's all there is to it. And you're giving this guy all this money for what? I guess so you can have a star player. Here's another thing. Nobody cares about him. I know they care about him today when they're talking about all the money he's making. But when do we ever really sit around here, honestly, talking about, Jaren Jackson Jr. and all this? I heard Triple J and everything. When have you ever heard anyone say that ever? Anywhere? No one. They talk about LeBron James sitting on a toilet more than they talk about this guy's game. No one ever talks about Jaren Jackson, ever. When do they do that? Ever. Like,
Never.
if you make that kind of money, you have to be a superstar. That's all there is to it. And I've never once thought of him as a superstar. I don't deny he can play. I don't deny he can shoot from outside. I don't deny he's good. But he's, in my view, he's no superstar. He's not a superstar. If he's a superstar, we talk about him all the time, every day. Here's another guy, Joel Embiid, right? They pay him all this money, but no matter what, whether he plays or not, we're always talking about him, right? Like, that's when you know you're worth the money, is when they talk about you even when you don't play. But how about a guy that plays every night and we never talk about him? And don't even tell me I'm wrong. No one ever talks about this guy, ever. So have fun with that contract. You're going to regret that till the day is blue.
Toronto, big deal also. They gave Jakob Poeltl 4 years, $104 million, the Raptors.
Speaking of not mattering.
Yeah. The Bucks did a lot of re-signing. Gary Trent Jr., 2 years, $7.5. Torian Prince, 2 years, $7.1. Kevin Porter Jr., 2 years, $11 million. Jericho Sims, 2-year deal. Everyone,
did they not notice that they don't win with him?
Right. They brought, this was like the worst year they had in like the last
and they brought the whole
10
team
years.
back.
And they brought the whole team back. But people are buying in, just like I showed you with the Hawks before. How about this? The Bucks were 100-1 before signing Miles Turner, and now they're 40-1. The Bucks. How about that? Slashing all the way down to 40-1 to win the title after getting Miles Turner. I don't
listen. I'll give you that they won their title, and Giannis got his hardware because of him. They won the title, and they're not winning another one.
I don't disagree with that. They're not winning another title. Not this group.
Not at 40-1 this year. They're not winning the NBA title this year. Like, can you imagine what would happen to the Milwaukee Bucks if they played the Thunder? How bad that would be? Mm-hmm. I mean, you talk about, like, that'd be like they'd literally, instead of seats, they'd all be riding on brooms. They'd be swept. They'd be riding on a broom like Bewitched. Remember that chick? She was like a witch.
Yeah. There were a couple of trades as well since last night. Two of them involving Denver. Denver trades Michael Porter Jr. and an unprotected pick in, get this, 2032. 7 years from now. An unprotected pick to the Brooklyn Nets for Cam Johnson. So Cam Johnson, who is another one of the most overrated players in the NBA, he goes to Denver.
Listen, I'll say this. For my money, look, I think Michael Porter can definitely shoot the rock. There's no denying it. But he's always banged up.
Yeah.
This guy is always banged up. And Cam Johnson is not. And Cam Johnson can score. And unless I'm mistaken, now I could be wrong about the age here. My guess is Cam's younger. A little bit younger. I'd be willing to bet. And I think that, I don't know if they're the same age. I'll tell you one thing, Michael Porter sure looks older to me the way his body breaks down. He's always injured, right? Is he not? He played the entire.
Porter's 2 years younger than him. Porter's 27
but he
Cam
looks
Johnson's
6 years
29.
older because where was he in that series with the Thunder? He did nothing because, remember, his shoulder was taped up. He had it looked like he had a rotator cuff and labrum tear. His entire shoulder was taped with kinetic tape every night, and he did nothing. And he looked like he was about 50 to me. And Cam Johnson doesn't. He's 2 years older than Michael Porter. I can't even believe that because that's got to be a lie. I want to see his real ID and his passport. I do not believe that.
Denver also traded Dario Saric to the Sacramento for Valanciunas. Valanciunas going to Denver.
Valanciunas is way more physical than Saric.
Kalshi has been around since 2018, offering these event contract trading prediction markets where you can wager on things like the weather, whether or not Dave Portnoy is going to give a 9.0 on his next pizza review spot, and then the election, which is where they really made headlines. Election betting is technically illegal.
Newswire. Only on SportsGrid.
Put Pete Crow Armstrong on the mound to see what he does. Like, Ohtani, just by himself at the plate, is the best hitter in Major League Baseball. Let's just say, keep it in the National League at this point. He's the MVP. So I can't wait till he pitches 6 innings, gives up 5 earned runs. Time they go like, I don't know if he could be the MVP now. Oh, no, he's still hitting 300 with 45 jacks and just pitched 6 innings in a Major League Baseball game. And people are going to hold that against him.
Pro Baseball Today. Only on SportsGrid.
If you're betting $50 a pop, doesn't matter. But if you want to bet $2 or $3 grand each side and literally have plus 110 on both sides, not the worst way to make some money on a Sunday night.
Not at all, right? I mean, and that's amazing. I've never really watched this in real time where you see these odds fluctuate with penalty kicks going on.
In-game live, only on SportsGrid.
I can't even believe I'm saying pitcher's battle and using the words Patrick Corbin. But can I tell you, Scott, he's a different guy. He's a totally different guy with the Rangers than we've seen.
I say this all the time. Don't worry about the first 5 innings. Like, don't even watch the first 5 innings in Texas Ranger games. Because for whatever reason, there's a ton of runs scored in the first 5, and then it just stops. It just stops.
Game time decisions. Only on SportsGrid.
Our boy Patty Connaughton on the move.
Yeah, one other trade for you. The Bucks traded Patty Connaughton and a second rounder to Charlotte for this Micic, who stinks. So just more. I guess the Bucks did have to clear some money out to get Miles Turner in there. So Patty Connaughton off to
He's
Charlotte.
made a lot of money in the NBA. Do you think he should have pitched in the majors out of Notre Dame? Stayed in the
think
NBA.
there's always more money in the NBA. It doesn't matter. And there's a higher rate for serious injury if you're a pitcher in baseball. Like, yes, you can get a big deal, but I mean, look at some of these deals. Like, you got guys making $40+ million for 4 years and they're bench guys. Like, I think you have that kind of choice, I think it's always NBA. I think he made the right move, Patty Connaughton. And he got a title too. He was part of that Buck team that won the championship. The salary cap will go up to $154.6 million. That's a 10% raise for this year. The tax level set at $187.8. The second apron, which is like the new hot term that everybody talks about, is in the low 200s, or around 210, I think, for that second apron, which is where you really start to get hit over the head in terms of your salary cap if you go near that.
Second apron. Is that
the
like
second apron?
Is that like when everybody started saying edge?
Yeah, right. Exactly. It's ridiculous. Of course, the Oklahoma City Thunder, they don't really have much to do. Their team is pretty well locked up. They've got lots of future assets. They just gave SGA tons of money. Sam Presti is now the smartest man in basketball. Here he is on his style on how he built the Thunder.
To me, there's kind of 3 ways in the league. You can assemble teams. You can inherit and modify a team, or you can build a team. So I think there's 3 kind of modes, build, modify, assemble. How you do that, or the way in which you do that, I think is very contextual. For us, building is probably our best path here. And so because of that, we don't have a lot of time to determine, well, which way should we go? So the paradox of choice is not really in our vantage point. So I think that helped us or helps us. We kind of know what our circle of competence is, and we try to really lean into that.
I am honestly, I almost dozed off right there. I almost, I was this guy. I felt one of my eyes closing. I was like,
Sam's a genius, I know, but geez, give us a rest. And finally, for you, for the NBA, for now at least, until more news comes out, Mike Brown will have a second meeting with the Knicks. He has emerged as a strong candidate. He's going to get the job, right? Like, I think this is all a waste of time. Mike Brown's probably going to be the next head coach of the Knicks, you would think.
So he just coached the Kings, right? And remember, they ran him out of there.
Ran him out. His fault.
And what did he do with that team? That when he had Fox, and he had Monk, and he had Sabonis, and they were allegedly a really good team, and they never were. They never were when he was the coach. They just were never that good at all. Now he's going to replace a guy that won 55% of his games and took the team to the Eastern Conference Finals and lost in 6 games, and they fired him. Obviously, something Dolan and Tibbs didn't get along, or Leon Rose didn't get along. I don't know. Wasn't that his boy? Wasn't that Leon Rose's boy? Not anymore. There is no way you can tell me ever that this is a step in the right direction, that this is the right move, that they did the right thing. I'll never agree that they had the coach, and they are going, I think, backwards by hiring Mike Brown. Mike Brown has already coached in the league and done nothing. What has he done? He's never won like Tibbs has won. And I'll give you this. Neither one of them have a ring. But, I do not believe this is, going to help the Knicks in any capacity. You know what they need? They need to have him stand there and just don't listen to him. That's what they need to do. Don't listen to him, because I don't think he's that great of a coach. So just Brunson should be the coach.
Kalshi has been around since 2018, offering these event contract trading prediction markets where you can wager on things like the weather, whether or not Dave Portnoy is going to give a 9.0 on his next pizza review spot, and then the election, which is where they really made headlines. Election betting is technically illegal.
Newswire. Only on SportsGrid.
Put Pete Crow Armstrong on the mound to see what he does. Like, Ohtani, just by himself at the plate, is the best hitter in Major League Baseball. Let's just say, keep it in the National League at this point. He's the MVP. So I can't wait till he pitches 6 innings, he gives up 5 earned runs. Time they go like, I don't know if he could be the MVP now. Oh, no, he's still hitting 300 with 45 jacks and just pitched 6 innings in a Major League Baseball game. And people are going to hold that against him.
Pro Baseball Today. Only on SportsGrid.
If you're betting $50 a pop, doesn't matter. But if you want to bet $2 or $3 grand each side and literally have plus 110 on both sides, not the worst way to make some money on a Sunday night.
Not at all, right? I mean, and that's amazing. I've never really watched this in real time, where you see these odds fluctuate with penalty kicks going on.
In-game live, only on SportsGrid.
I can't even believe I'm saying pitcher's battle and using the words Patrick Corbin. But can I tell you, Scott, he's a different guy. He's a totally different guy with the Rangers than we've seen.
I say this all the time. Don't worry about the first 5 innings. Don't even watch the first 5 innings in Texas Ranger games. Because for whatever reason, there's a ton of runs scored in the first 5, and then it just stops. It just stops.
Game time decisions. only on SportsGrid.
All right, I'm actually watching baseball right now, and the Yankees are up 2-0. Goldschmidt just doubled into the left field corner, and LeMahieu was at first, and he just arrived at third base now, an hour later, on the hit. Like, I mean, this guy literally, there are basketball wheelchair players that are twice as fast as LeMahieu. I mean, the guy, he looked like a deer that had been hit by a car. He ran so slow. I mean, I have never seen a guy run slower than him. And while I'm at it, Goldschmidt's slow too. Now, Frank has challenged me to a race with Paul Goldschmidt. He wants me to race Goldschmidt. I think I can take Goldschmidt and LeMahieu in the same race. And while I'm at it, I think I can beat Hunter Dickinson in a race as well, because he runs like a bratwurst in the Milwaukee sausage run. He really does. Look into it while I'm out, Carver Hive. You can get a race set up with the Yankees and, see if Goldschmidt and LeMahieu will race me. It's a lot like Hill and the guy, what's his name, Lyons. They tried to get them to race, but the guy chickened out. He petered out, so he sent his brother to race him, and then Hill beat him. It set up you remember I went to the game with Doug Wade and Tavares and these guys when I went to the Yankee game, and I drank them under the table, those guys. Same thing. Call the Yankees, see if I can set up a foot race with those two slow hacks.
We could probably work that out somehow.
I think
one thing
Detlef
at the Yankees,
Scampy went to that drinking festival as well, and Matt Martin, all those four. So not only that, I hung out with your Islanders, even though I hate them. I went drinking with them one day, and none of them could go toe to toe with me drinking. None of them. I had like 50 drinks that day, and I still made it on the subway back to the city.
I think that you could definitely say the Yankees do not have many guys that are fleet of foot. They have a lot of guys.
Fleet enemas they have.
And, of course, they end up getting no runs because Bellinger flies out to right center field to end the inning.
Right.
So
no runs.
If LeMahieu, they get no runs out of that second and third situation that they just had there. They didn't get a lot of runs last night either. Well, they got 4. 5-4 they lost. It was a 4-run bottom of the 6th for Toronto that got the job done last night in the first game of the series. That game got Toronto within 2 of first place in the AL East. The bad news for the Yankees last night was actually before the game. Austin Wells is having testing done on his left hand. He's got a circulatory issue.
Yeah.
Your boy Austin Wells.
I'm having the same thing. I think on the 24th, I have, as you know, multiple finger injuries, broken thumb, and I have an index finger with nerve damage where if I touch my finger at all, it literally feels like it's on fire, and that and someone is driving a giant nail through it, like Jesus. Like when they did that whole deal with the cross and everything through his hand, it feels like I have someone driving giant, like enormous nails through my finger, and I have a broken thumb. So I'm actually going to see the hand specialist on the 24th. Maybe my hand will be healed by then. It's so far from now. The 24th to me is like next year. But that's when I'm going to the hand specialist. Maybe I'll see him there with his hand. Austin Wells has the same hand doctor as I do in New York.
I hope not, because if this is a significant thing for Austin Wells, here's the problem. The rest of the Yankee catchers are horrible.
Horrible.
Like this,
the guy
this
catching
JC
today.
Esquera, like the Uber driver there, Esquera. He's awful. I get you want to play him once in a week, whatever. He stinks. Again, I know they've had Ben Rice catching a little bit here and there lately, but that's
wasn't like
significant.
Esquera a cab driver or something?
Correct. He was the Uber driver that made the team. It's like straight out of Major League for that guy getting involved. Elsewhere last night, Phillies beat the Padres 4-0. We got a couple of bell ringings last night. Why don't we get this one involved here? NBC Sports Philly for Nick Castellanos ringing the bell.
Ding, ding.
Lines that one to deep left field. Does it have enough height? It does! Solo home run.
Swung at the first pitch.
He sure did. It's his 10th home run of the year. And the Phillies are on top 4-0.
Springer just hit a home run off of Freed Chicken. It's 2-1.
Wow. 2-1.
Did he get
now
injured
Springer.
last night and he's out there hitting home runs today?
He did. I guess he was okay. Also last night in that game, Zach Wheeler, 8 innings, 6 hits, no runs, 10 Ks. What a month of June he had. A 0.58 in the month of June for the Phillies as he was outstanding. I wanted to give you this, too, because I saw it last night and I thought it was interesting. Harper came back last night. Remember he had that wrist injury a couple weeks ago. He was on the IL. It kind of sounds to me like it's still a problem, and I don't know if he he kind of says it wasn't getting anywhere, but he doesn't seem very confident that this injury has gone away, even though he's come off the IL.
Yeah, I didn't think I was going to take any other steps forward of feeling better or anything like that. I thought we were kind of at a standstill of it feeling the same the last couple days, and from BP to live and things like that, kind of gave us the same results each day. So I thought today was a good one.
Is it something you're going to have to manage, though, in your mind?
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine so. I'm not sure yet what that's going to feel like. So we're going to, as I go, I think, and as I know you guys will, and Tomper as well. So we'll see, how I feel tonight, tomorrow, and.
He doesn't
I
sound
have no idea what just happened there. He did look a little bit like a walrus.
He really sounds like it's still bothering him, is what it sounds to me. And I don't know if he felt pressure to come back because the offense has been sputtering a little bit with him out of it or what. But you know what usually happens then, Scotty? He hurts it again worse. That's usually what happens when you come back too soon. Hopefully that doesn't. Well, it would be a shame, that's for sure. Let's go next to the Buccos, who are on fire right now.
Can you believe
the
it?
Pittsburgh Pirates, 7-0 blanking of the Cardinals last night. They moved this Spencer Horowitz up into the leadoff spot. He homered to start the game, clearing the bases in his second at-bat. Sportsnet Pittsburgh.
Last year at the big league level with Toronto. Now hits this hard to left. And this is going to travel over the head of Brendan Donovan. And this will score a couple of runs.
Donovan.
Spencer Horowitz is the Pirates' leadoff hitter. Homer and a 2-run double and a 3-0 lead.
I can't even believe it because I just want to say how bad he sucks, truly, as a player. Like, this guy, they got him. Listen, they actually sold us that they got this guy because of his bat. And he's got 2 home runs the whole year. Like, 2 home runs. I mean, I'd hit 2 home runs. I mean, how do you sign a guy for his bat and he has 2 home runs? Now, last night he had a home run and a double. I mean, it's like a miracle from heaven. It really is. Because every time I watch like that guy bat, now 2 things have happened this year. I saw Henry Davis have a hit on this show live one day. It was the first time that's ever happened, that I've ever seen him actually have a hit. And then the other day he went 4 for 4 in a game. And I literally, I didn't eat food the whole day that day when he went 4 for 4. I gave my dinner up to the poor down the street in Hell's Kitchen. I just let him have my dinner. Because it was the first time I ever saw that guy have 4 hits. And now I've seen Spencer Horowitz hit his 2nd home run. I mean, it really is a Christmas miracle in July. July 1st, a Christmas miracle.
The Pirates are the 3rd team in Major League history to win 4 straight games by 7 or more runs while allowing 2 or fewer in the game. I think the last time was the Pirates, 3rd in history, and the last time was the Pirates in 1911. Was the last time that happened. Pirates with a lot of
I thought you were going to
history.
tell me it was 1960. 1911 shouldn't even be allowed. Shouldn't even be allowed to talk about it.
Kalshi has been around since 2018, offering these event contract trading prediction markets where you can wager on things like the weather, whether or not Dave Portnoy is going to give a 9.0 on his next pizza review spot, and then the election, which is where they really made headlines. Election betting is technically illegal.
Newswire. Only on SportsGrid.
Put Pete Crow Armstrong on the mound to see what he does. Like, Ohtani, just by himself at the plate, is the best hitter in Major League Baseball. Let's just say, keep it in the National League at this point. He's the MVP. So I can't wait till he pitches 6 innings. He gives up 5 earned runs. Time they go like, I don't know if he could be the MVP now. Oh, no, he's still hitting 300 with 45 jacks and just pitched 6 innings in a Major League Baseball game. And people are going to hold that against him.
Pro Baseball Today. Only on SportsGrid.
If you're betting $50 a pop, doesn't matter. But if you want to bet $2 or $3 grand each side and literally have plus 110 on both sides, not the worst way to make some money on a Sunday night.
Not at all, right? I mean, and that's amazing. I've never really watched this in real time where you see these odds fluctuate with penalty kicks going on.
In-game live, only on SportsGrid.
I can't even believe I'm saying pitcher's battle and using the words Patrick Corbin. But can I tell you, Scott, he's a different guy. He's a totally different guy with the Rangers than we've seen.
I say this all the time. Don't worry about the first 5 innings. Like, don't even watch the first 5 innings in Texas Ranger game. Because for whatever reason, there's a ton of runs scored in the first 5, and then it just stops. It just stops.
Game time decisions. Only on SportsGrid.
Honestly, you're telling me they've reached a verdict on some of the Diddy Combs counts and not others. Apparently not the most major of the counts, but the middle counts, like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever. So what I want to know is, this trial has been going on, right, for like 6 weeks or something in here in New York City. And I don't have any bones in it. I don't have anything to do with it. I've never been to a freak off. But the one thing I do know is that I watched that video. I mean, that's the all-time video. I mean, Ray Rice has nothing on Sean Combs. The beating that he gave that girl in that hallway at that hotel by that elevator. Right on closed circuit, right on TV, like live television, watching that guy beat that girl. Just drag her and beat her and kick her and stomp her and punch her, haymakers to the head and everything else. That guy, are you kidding me? That guy has any chance whatsoever to get off is the most unbelievable thing I've ever seen in my life. How can you do that to a woman and get away with it? I want to know. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care who your lawyer is. When they got you dead to rights on video, pummeling the living shack out of some chick, dragging her and stomping her and basically almost killing her, and you're not going to prison, then nobody should go to prison for anything. Ever. For anything. Is Malik Beasley going to go to jail for all of his crimes? Didn't they send Porter to prison? Isn't he going to prison? And you're telling me this guy can beat that chick and not go to prison? Someone explain that to me, and I'll be over here having a sandwich so I can, not listen to you. I'm not going to listen to anyone tell me that guy should get away with that. I don't care who he is. I don't care how many albums. I don't care how many counts. I don't care about his mansions, all his money, and all of his bullshack. You do that to a chick, you need to go away. That's just all there is to it. And that's my legal briefing for the day, Carver High.
You did play a lawyer in your past life,
I did.
So at least legal eagle is what we would call
I really
you.
miss those days.
The Red Sox put the big stick on the Reds last night at Fenway, 13-6. Or should we really say Wilyer Abreu put the big stick on them too? He had 2 homers, Scotty. One was a grand slam later in the game. That was a little icing on the cake. But everyone loves inside the park homers, especially on Coast to Coast. Here we go on Nesson.
He's had a 7-0 lead in the first inning. A high drive way back there toward the triangle. Friedel racing back. And that one is going to be off the wall. That's going to keep on rolling on the warning track. Here comes William rounding third. He's trying to score. Looking for an inside to Parker. He dives in with an inside the park home run.
Yeah, I don't care. I just wanted to say that the Red Sox mean nothing to me, but the Jays just hit a 3-run homer, Jimenez, and they're now beating Fried Chicken and the Yankees 4-2. Maybe I should have grabbed that $1.39.
Yeah, 4-2 now after the deep center field shot by Andres Jimenez off of Max Fried. And, of course, they keep showing Jazz because of what should have been an error. For some reason, they called a hit. Extended that inning on. Not a good outing last night for Chase Burns. He only got 1 out. He allowed 5 runs in the first in his second start. Remember, the Yankees couldn't touch him for the first couple innings last week. A's beat the Rays 6-4 down in Tampa. Welcome back to Shea Langoliers off the IL last night. Says hello on A's radio.
As Kurtz and Rooker take their leads, the 2-1 pitch, that swung on. Welcome back, driving a deep left center. Morel looks up, and it is gone. A 3-run shot for Langoliers. Good to have you back. It's 3-0 Athletics.
Wow. Very exciting there. Langoliers getting involved.
He was. Orioles beat the Rangers 10-6-11. Now, this was a wild extra innings. Let's just say it was wild.
I watched.
The Orioles scored 3 runs in the top of the 10th. I'm going to play you one of those 3 because we rang the bell with it. Homers by Henderson and Cowser. The Rangers tied it with a 3-run shot by Adolis Garcia in the bottom half of the 10th. And then the Orioles scored 4 in the top of the 11th. But since we rang the bell with Gunner, we are obligated to play his homer in the top of the 10th on Masson.
Henderson drills it to right field. Deep in the heart of Texas, the Orioles take a 2-run lead. Gunnar Henderson blasts off. Left on left. A loud lashing against Garcia.
Didn't he have the big hit in the 11th as well?
He had the hit that extended. So it was 8-6, and he came up with a couple on, and he hit a 2-run double to make it 10-6. So we had 4 RBIs in the extra innings, in the 10th and the 11th inning, Gunnar Henderson last night, who, as I said to you yesterday, starting to hit the ball like he did last year. I think he dealt with a lot of injuries the first couple of months, starting to look like himself. How about the Texas Rangers this year? They're first in ERA. They're first in fielding percentage. They're 29th in batting average. They can't hit. That's what it all comes down to. The Rangers can't hit, Scotty.
Have you ever seen anything like that pitcher last night throwing that meat pie to Garcia?
Yeah.
Like, he threw nothing but fastballs. They threw literally every single pitch of the game to Garcia in all of his at-bats. He never saw one pitch besides fastballs. Why in God's earth did they do that? Like, I've never seen anything so stupid in my life. Did you see that literal meat pie he threw for that home run to tie that game? I
did.
It's like the game was fixed.
And considering that's like the first big hit Garcia's had all year, I don't know what happened to that guy. But for him to throw it right down the middle, Garcia got a piece of it. And then he did like a big show, Garcia, after he hit it.
It took him
right?
5 minutes to get around the base pass.
He did a big dance at home plate. This is the first big hit the guy's had all year. That guy's been awful. Garcia.
So what?
Honest. And then they still lost.
They still lost,
After
and
that,
I cashed
they
a ticket
still
on the
lost.
Orioles.
Unreal.
you're betting $50 a pop, doesn't matter. But if you want to bet $2 or $3 grand each side and literally have plus 110 on both sides, not the worst way to make some money on a Sunday night.
Not at all, right? I mean, and that's amazing. I've never really watched this in real time where you see these odds fluctuate with penalty kicks going on.
In-game live only on SportsGrid.
Oklahoma City now becomes one of 4 NBA teams ever, one of 3 NBA champs ever to win at least 84 total regular season and postseason games.
It's just the beginning, Ben, and you just look at a team with, these guys at such a young age, and, Chet's got a team option, Ismail Dieng has a team option, Jalen Williams team option, Keyshawn Wallace team option. Hey, man, they're all coming back.
The early line only on SportsGrid.
Kalshi has been around since 2018, offering these event contract trading prediction markets where you can wager on things like the weather, whether or not Dave Portnoy is going to give a 9.0 on his next pizza review spot, and then the election, which is where they really made headlines. Election betting is technically illegal.
Newswire only on SportsGrid.
Was the first time, I think, in Dodgers history that the ballpark was full in the first inning. Everybody was there to see Shohei Ohtani throw his first pitch as a Dodger, and I had mixed emotions about this for a few reasons. Number one, it was a reminder of, wow, this is so crazy, right? You're watching him hit 98, 99, even 100 on the radar gun going, this guy's not human. Nobody should be able to be this good of a hitter or this good of a pitcher.
Fantasy Sports Today, only on SportsGrid.
All right, so 4-2 Toronto on the Yankees, and they're in the top of the fifth. Judge got a hit. Jazz is up. Nobody out, but they're down a couple runs. Your boy Cal Raleigh getting involved again last night.
This guy is unbelievable, Cal Raleigh. Mariners beat the Royals 6 different, right? The home run derby and then in a regular game, we've seen lots of guys who say you got to messes up their swing, adjust things, but this guy's he's no joke, man. If I was him, I'd actually chill on the home run derby, because think about those names we just mentioned that he's now evened up with at this point of the season on July 1st. And most of those seasons are, those are gas seasons, right? McGuire, Bonds, and Sosa. Now to Griffey in 98, he wasn't gassed up, but Raleigh's got a chance, Scotty, if he stays healthy, to do something pretty historic this year. We saw.
So you think he'll get tired by doing that?
I think that the home run derby now doesn't happen to everybody, but we've heard guys do it and say after, it was a lot. It was a lot on me. It's a lot of swinging. It's a lot of this. It messes up your swing. I don't know if I was him, I'd want to mess with it. But I respect that he wants to give the crowd a show in the kind of year that he's having. I do respect that from him. I just hope it doesn't mess with a potential 65-plus homer season, because he got a chance to go down. He got a chance to pass Judge from a few years ago. What he did in that season. So God bless and good luck to Cal
Let's
Raleigh.
Let's hope not that he doesn't do that.
I don't know. I think he's got a shot with the year that he's having at this point. Diamondbacks beat the Giants 4-2 last night as well. Eugenio Suarez had a big homer at the end to put it away for the Snakes.
So did Gurriel.
Gurriel homered, yes, as well for the Diamondbacks. Can Tariq Skubal win the Cy Young and the MVP? Verlander was the last to do it. It was in 2011. He's currently 25, I believe, or 125. Where do they got Skubal at now, Scotty? $125, 125 to 1 to win the MVP, but obviously that's because Judge is such a big favorite.
Listen, we talked about it yesterday. Watching this guy throw that changeup when that's the nastiest pitch. By the way, Stanton just struck out again. He just is striking out every single time he comes to the plate. He's in a massive slump. So watching this guy Skubals change, because he throws heat and then all of a sudden he'll throw his change. Have you ever seen anything like that pitch? How it comes over the top and drops down literally to their shoestrings. I mean, that pitch is so unhittable. It's not even funny. I mean, it's like you got to have a 56-degree wedge just to get the bat on the ball. I mean, you need a golf club because that thing goes from the top of his release down to the ground. I mean, it is literally, it just dives down to their feet and he humiliates guys with it. He had 13 strikeouts the other night. Like, that pitch is so unbelievable and unhittable. And that's why they should be a playoff team. And that guy should be pitching in a clinching game and he'll be unhittable. I mean, that guy, he could literally go out and throw a no-hitter in a clinching game. That's how good he is. So it's not the craziest thing I've ever heard of that he would win both the Cy Young and the MVP because he's dominant.
Unbelievable season he's having, that's for sure. But Judge O'Reilly's going to win the AL MVP this year, not Scoop. He's going to get the Cy Young.
I can't even believe I'm saying pitcher's battle and using the words Patrick Corbin. But can I tell you, Scott, he's a different guy. He's a totally different guy with the Rangers than we've seen.
I say this all the time. Don't worry about the first 5 innings. Like, don't even watch the first 5 innings in Texas Ranger games. Because for whatever reason, there's a ton of runs scored in the first 5, and then it just stops. It just stops.
Game time decisions. Only on SportsGrid.
No way that I'm betting on the Cleveland Cavaliers for any reason whatsoever.
No.
Ever. Like, when they had LeBron James, it was a different story. I think Spider's great. He's no LeBron. I don't see him carrying them to a title. And I don't believe in the Knicks at all. The Knicks never get it done.
Ferrall coast to coast. Only on SportsGrid.
Kevin Durant, at the age of 36 years old, after 17 seasons that he has played in the NBA DRS, is now on his way to H-Town.
I don't think it's a great move. I wanted him to go to a ready-made championship team full of a veteran roster and see if he can ring chase that way. Not to go to an organization on the come-up that if you just stay the course, and also, what better blueprint do we have than just staying